hope you're doing well. So on this channel, as you know, it's a health and lifestyle channel, and also we make artwork, we do crafts and art, and we also give you lifestyle tips on how to continue living a healthy life, and also other ways of making money. So today I'm going to make a syrup out of sugarcane juice. We are going to make a syrup, and we're going to use sugarcane juice, as you can see, and I'm also going to use jaggery. As you know, jaggery is very good, but you have to know where you buy your jaggery. It's good for reducing high blood pressure. So I'm going to bring Okay, so I'm going to put this in the pan. So I've put it in the pan, and I'm going to add my sugarcane juice. And I want it to boil down. So I'm going to make today like 3 different syrups. So now, as you can see, this is orange skin, which I've cut into smaller pieces. I've cut it into smaller pieces. So we are going to start boiling the whole thing. So what happens is, you just cut off the skin. You put enough heat. And I'm going to cut into smaller pieces. Let me move it aside so that it can. So this syrup I'm making is a syrup you're going to keep aside, and you can dilute it and take it. Just keep it in your fridge. It will be so concentrated. So I'm going to cover it. So I had already cut, and that's why I'm just putting them there. So then I'm going to cut and add this orange, plus the seeds. We are going to do 3 syrups. So I'm putting in the orange. If you've not watched that video that I made, the orange rind, you need to go watch those videos so that you know how to prepare. So in there I'm going to add some cardamom. So I'm just going to do with the skin. This is the syrup that you can put on your desserts. So I'm going to make sure that it boils down. So it's going to boil down. So I'm going to put it with the skin. I'm putting it with the skin because I will sieve later. And I'm going to put in some mint. So what we are doing, we are going to make a syrup, and that syrup you can still put on your desserts, and again you can dilute that syrup because it's going to be concentrated, and you're going to drink it like a juice. If you remember, a long time ago there used to be some juices that could be diluted before you take. That's what I'm doing. I'm making the concentrated type. You can use it as a syrup, no problem. They are going to put in holy basil. So it has to boil down. Then I'm going to put in some rosemary. Very, very good for immunity, colds and flus, high blood pressure, very good. So this juice is going to take care of so many of your problems. So in there I'm going to put some ginger. So you'll store it in the fridge. You just take a little and put in some water and drink it. It can last up to a week to 10 days. Okay? It's going to be so concentrated. So I'm adding in and finishing all of it in there. So you can learn how to make your syrup at home. Very healthy. Then in there I'm going to add some lemon, which I have already pressed. Remember, it's going to be very, very concentrated. I'm going to make 3 different types. And then we just add in a little turmeric. As you know, turmeric is a blood thinner. Also very good for your high blood pressure, also very good for kidneys. Turmeric. If you watched that video where I said and I told you how you're going to, the spices you should have, this is one of the spices. And if you watch closely, all the 3 spices are in this syrup. If you did not watch how we made the other syrup, you need to go down there and see how we made the first syrup, and we stored it. It was a very, very good syrup. So now it's been boiling for around 45 minutes to 1 hour. Now I'm going to sieve it. So straight to sieving. So I'm going to press it down to make sure that I get all the juices. So this is the first syrup that you're going to make. So we're going to leave the syrup to cool. And as you know, tomorrow this syrup will have thickened. It won't be like this. So now we are going to make the second syrup. So let me pour in this cup this first syrup. Let me keep it there, it cools before I store it. So now the second syrup, I'm going to take the second sugarcane juice, and I'm going to pour it in the pan, and it will start boiling. In this second syrup, I'm just going to put in a little of this in this second sugarcane juice. Then I'm going to for those people who don't know what jaggery is, it's just boiled down sugarcane juice. Sugarcane juice is very good for toothache, good for your cavities, good for your bones. It's an instant energizer. You can use jaggery to replace your sugar. So I'm going to put in my jaggery. This time I'm going to cut my pineapple. Since it's going to boil down, I really don't know. I already cleaned the pineapple. You can do a whole pineapple. So let it boil down. I'm going to put in my ginger. Ginger is very, very good. It's an instant painkiller, good for your stomach, also very good for your pressure. If you have a headache, you take ginger. Add in mint. So I'm going to put in some mint. All these are syrups and concentrated juice where you can just take a little and dilute with water and drink. You can't drink it like that. It's too sweet and too concentrated. Remember, we are just using sugarcane. I'm going to put in a bit of hibiscus. I'll put in a bit of hibiscus. You can see, you can go also with, we've done a video on how to powder hibiscus. You need to go watch that video and see how we powdered the hibiscus. Various ways of powdering hibiscus. So I'm going to put in a little rosemary. So as you take this juice, it's just like you're taking an immunity booster. Very, very good for you. In there, there's going to be a touch of cloves. Cloves are very good for your hair. So I've put a touch of cloves. So let's let it boil for 45 minutes to 1 hour. So this is the first syrup we made. It's cooling down, even you can notice it's starting to thicken. So making the second one, the second syrup, we are using pineapple. In we have cloves. In there we also have mint and rosemary, holy basil, and hibiscus also. So there are different syrups. They have some things they are sharing, but they are very different syrups. So now it's been boiling for around 40 minutes. Let me sieve it now. So this is our second syrup. Now we are moving on to a third syrup. Remember, on this channel we give out recipes. So this is our third syrup. So that's our third syrup. And in that syrup, I'm going to put in a little rind. So this is our third syrup that we are making. You can use it on your dessert. You can dilute it and take it as a juice. So that's number one. What we have added in is jaggery. Instead of buying syrup with a lot of sugar, you can use sugarcane juice and jaggery. That's mint. Then we have holy basil. Very good for immunity and headaches. A little rosemary. Now I'm going to put in my apple. Just cutting into smaller pieces. We're using an apple. You can make a lot with more apples. Just a little pineapple. So I need to stir it a bit. So I need to cover. In there I'm going to put some black pepper. Black pepper. There are people who like black pepper. and some broken down cinnamon sticks. So I'm going to cover it. I'm going to let it boil between 45 minutes and 1 hour. So now I'm going to sieve. It's been boiling for around 45 minutes, so I need to sieve it. So I'm going to put these syrups in glasses, but you cannot take them like that. You have to dilute them. So this is the first syrup. It's going to cool down and thicken. This is the second syrup. You can't drink it like this. You have to dilute it, but you have to let it stay overnight so that it can thicken. That's the second syrup. And this is the third syrup, which is a bit little. This is the third syrup. Once they cool, I'm going to bottle them. I'm going to bottle them so that now you can be taking these juices. Just take a little, dilute it. For example, like this little one that has remained, you can take water and dilute it, and then you just drink it. So these are concentrated ones. This is a diluted one that I've just diluted with normal water. So this one, this and this, they can be used for your desserts. They're going to stay overnight and they're going to thicken. They are syrups. But you can also take them as juices because they are so concentrated. You've seen how we've made them. So for those people who just have bumped on this channel for the first time, thank you so much for subscribing to our channel. We are so blessed and we are so happy for you that you've come here to live a healthy life. And for the returning subscribers, thank you so much. Today we've learned a new thing. You can make your own syrups at home and also just take them as juices or use them as desserts. Thank you so much and see you on the next one.